And we're back. So,
Hello.
hello indeed. As we had just left off, you had pushed yourself out of the tree line as the both beasts and as both fauna and flora have been guiding you towards this ancient treant named Little Oak. And as you sort of step into the clearing, the children that were sort of playing there and roughhousing a little bit, sort of pulled back towards the feet of the treant, except for one. This, again, spindly 11-year-old, dark skin, large bushy head of hair, who basically sort of just stands there, pointing a finger towards you and just barks as it, "Stand down, or face merry hell," in a very sort of rascally. I mean, if you want the energy, think what's his name in Hook?
Hook?
Japan?
No, the other
Rufio!
one. Rufio! There you go, Rufio. So very much in a sort of Rufio, standing with one fist at his hip, the other one sort of pointing in direction and says, "Stand down!"
Yeah,
not
okay.
being aggressive.
It's not a question.
Greeting you.
It's not a question of being aggressive. It's more grandstanding.
No.
Yeah, but that's my
Anna-
reply.
Anna is going to completely ignore him and just look at the displacer cablet and say, "Oh, are you Star? Your mother is looking for you."
Oh, come on! That was my quest!
Well, you got outquested.
No! I have the toy and everything! Come on!
Technically, it's our quest. You have
I-
a toy.
I talk with the... Go on.
I think that the young boy is sort of taken off footing, I guess. I'm going.
Which was
Wait,
exactly
what?
the point.
What? How do you... Who are you?
Hi, I'm Tavaren.
Hello.
Hello.
Flexes his muscles, and I am Plum.
He sort of looks down. He sort of looks down. Hi.
We have been sent by, and now I realize that we never had her name.
No, you didn't.
The Dryad. But your friend the Dryad sent us here because she thought that we might be able to help each other.
Make me a persuasion check, Anna.
Okay.
Can I help with that?
Yeah, sure.
That's a 17.
17. Okay. You see him sort of relax. And there's just that ever groaning and creaking of wood as you feel Little Oak go back into sort of... You had not necessarily noticed him moving into a more ready position, but now he seems to be a bit more comfortable with Will's comfort, and so you have the creaking where he resets himself into a more comfortable position. Oh, well, if you're here to help, sure, come on in.
Thank you.
I'm I'm Will, by the way.
Anna, nice to
And a
meet you.
guest.
And apparently I am only the toy bearer.
Well, Torbe.
Plum with Plum.
Did the cub
Plum with-
react in any way, shape, or form, or not?
I am going to. Okay, make me an animal handling check.
Can I
I'm not
help?
that good
Can I
at it.
help again? Can I help again with that? Because technically, it's a circus animal from the circus.
Well, Anna's the one interacting with it right now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, nah.
Now, there's the kitten does react to you, but there's a maybe like any cat, right? You expected
Yeah.
it to be friendly, and you went too quickly, and so it sort of rushes behind Will's leg. You can see that it starts. It has that sort of blurriness to it where you can see the image starting to form, but it's not fully separate, so it's like sort of blurred together as it sort of reacts in a bit of a fearful way.
So it's not a displacer beast yet, it's a mirror image beast.
Fair, yeah.
Aw, adorable.
It's more of a blurred beast.
I hope we get a chance at some point that he gets more comfortable with me, and then we can play chase, but with two displacer people.
You see, Plum scratches his head and says like, Will, are you and your children hungry?
As you say that, you get this. I mean, these are kids, right? The eldest is 12.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Of course, they're hungry.
If I
or at
check
least
my
interested.
items,
Yeah. Check your items.
I check my items. I have 9 rations,
Mm.
and I'll give all of them to Will.
They don't seem to be ill-fed, right? They seem to be actually the kids look. You know what? Make me either perception or medicine check, as you wish.
Ooh. Okay, let me think. Perception I suck in, but because I'm a bit smarter, thank you very much to the golden boy item. Yeah, let's do a medicine. They're famished. They need food, the poor kids.
Yeah, you don't necessarily. Anybody else want to have a look? Okay. I think that as Plum, as you start bringing out the rations, travel rations for adults is not very exciting to kids, right? It's a lot of hardtack. It's sort of
Beef jerky.
yeah, and so these are kids
Stuff that stays good for a long time.
dwarven
but-
bread,
Look, here is extra food for you children. It's very important to eat well so we become strong.
Oh, we are strong, and we manage quite well with up until now. It's sort of Will turns to again. She's maybe in her. She would be in her early 10s, so 10, 12, but already has the musculature of maybe a 14 or 15-year-old human. But Zenor is actually an orc. And so she already has that, while being fairly young, she already has that musculature. Zenor here is really good at finding berries and food and all over the place. And
I am pretty proud of you, Zenor. Very good job.
yeah, she sort of
Impressive.
nods. You can see that there's a bit of a shyness to the compliment. And then he said, introductions. Points to a sort of a again dwarven kid. You can see again that wideness, right? That is significant. That is synonymous with the dwarven, but he's just barely. You can see barely the hint, the 5 o'clock shadow of a beard sort of pushing in. And then Sloane, she's a bit further back, sort of looking at all of you with this sort of beneath sort of half closed eyes, a bit suspiciously. You see a ginger-haired wood elf.
Okay.
Again, in her pre-teens, basically.
So, like, only 150 years old.
She's 115, yeah. Basically. And so why are you here? You said somebody sent you?
Yeah, there's a Dryad.
Very protective. And vengeful.
Yeah, she doesn't have a tree anymore.
When we've talked about our disamour for the hag, she pointed us to your place.
Oh. And I think that's when the wood elf sort of whispers, sort of goes sort of whispers to Will's ear and says, "Oh, Meadowleaf. Oh, you met Meadowleaf. Yeah, she's in a bad spot. But is she? You didn't hurt her, did you? Sort of looking at your weaponry.
No.
Okay, that's fine then.
She first wanted to hurt us, but then we just...
Yeah, she does that.
Yeah, she thought we were working for the hag.
She does
not.
that, yeah. I mean, it's been... I've seen these posters all over the place. I mean... and you notice that, I mean, and he points, basically, and you can see that there's a... he's maybe started a collection? Where...
that's too bad. We had one as well, and then we gave it to Midleaf?
Meadowleaf.
Meadowleaf.
Oh. Maybe she'll bring it back. But yeah, you can see two others. Are you interested in what they say?
Two other what?
Posters.
They say something different than the one that we had?
Yep. They do.
Oh. Well, in that case, yes.
Let's see. Roll me 2d8, please.
Wait, that might be easier here. One and a two.
1 and a 2. Okay.
Petrol.
So the first one, again, you have the sort of the wanted Will of the Feywilds, the portrait as you've seen before, but underneath it says the first one says, "This sorry wretch has stolen from me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll give you back 10 years of your youth." And the second one, "This little troublemaker belongs to me. Bring him home alive and unharmed, and you'll win the heart of the one you love."
I do not love the formulations of those, but yeah.
Yeah,
Of course not.
It's hack contracts,
So-
but still, the second one made Tavaren go a little bit like.
Yeah. But Anna sees the first one and goes, "Wait, Will? You managed to steal something from the hag here?"
Oh, yeah. And I plan to steal more.
Could you help us? Because we are actually on our way to steal some her too.
Yeah, we can help each other. Yeah.
Do you know about the portraits that she has in her home?
No. But, wait, just give me a second. I'm giving you the,
Post text.
let's see. Which one was? Oh yeah, choice from the workshop. There you go. I'll put that in player notes. Right. So, sorry, say that again?
No, I was asking him if he knew of the portraits that are hanging in her main hall.
No, not really. No, I've got bigger things to... Well, bigger things. You see, what I stole from her is my gang.
Oh.
And if you want to help me steal some more, well, there's quite a few kids left in that factory of horrors that, well, need rescuing.
She keeps kids to work in her factory. That's nice.
That is certainly something we can help with, but we're on a tight schedule.
You see Plum very calmly cracking his fingers like, I think we can take a little detour to help poor little kids to, I smash face in, you do smart things. I hurt people and children are safe, yes?
It's not really a detour, is it?
Well, the thing, it's not really a detour, I hope, and no, but foremost, if I'm ready to exchange missions. We free the children, while Will and his gang eventually manage to get us our the portrait we need.
That would
Yeah.
be good, yes. If Will is okay with that.
Well, he sort of smiles and going, "Okay, yeah, let's do that." And I think this is where the dwarf sort of comes up and said, "Yeah, well, if we're going there, we should talk to Lamorna first. Ask her advice."
Who's that?
Will answers, "Lamorna, no, she's a goody-goody and doesn't do anything. She won't help."
We're goody goodies and we do stuff.
And I think that the dwarf sort of turns then to the... Lamorna's a unicorn. She's at the pool.
Oh my god! Is the
That's
pool far away?
Yeah, you heard her. It's far away. We have to go to the. And you have the elf sort of goes. We could use the fairy rings.
Oh, like, are they teleportation rings?
If you know how to use them, yeah.
Do you know how to use them?
We've used them to escape sometimes.
Okay.
But
Now we tried to get them home. We tried to use them to go home, but he really won't let us go.
Is it just you can go from fairy ring to fairy ring?
So this time Will speaks up. Sometimes, but some of them are gone bad, and it's it's a bit of luck, basically.
Do you know which ones have gone bad?
Well, if it's gone bad, well, we don't go there anymore. And if it's still good, well, we hope it hasn't gone bad.
Okay. Do you have a good one close by? And is there one close by to... What was the name of the unicorn?
Let me see. La Morna.
La Morna.
I think they should be good. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I mean, with your help and Little Oak and Lamorna.
Oh, Little Oak isn't coming. No.
Aw.
No. No, he's too tired. But maybe. Well, he sort of the Will turns. Again, you have the this time the orcish child who goes, Will, vote? Again the vote. Okay, who wants to go see Lamorna? And all three kids raise their hands. Tavaren.
I raised and
Tavaren's hands shoot right up.
Sort of Will looks at you with the sense of almost that sense of betrayal and goes, yeah, but you're not part of the gang. And so turns around and all three of his kids have raised their hands up. Okay.
Thank you, Will.
Okay, but first we need to. At first, we need to get you guys ready. Then.
Okay.
Oh, the pool's protected. You see. Only unicorns can get close to the water, to meet the unicorn there.
Okay.
Is it now?
But we're pretty sure the spell is dumb.
So if you put a horn on your forehead, then you're good?
Yeah.
Wait, didn't someone have candy with unicorn horn?
yes, I have. But
Well,
I'm not sure it works with that. And she takes out the unicorn horn.
Looks good enough.
starts to giggle.
Two of the kids who, once it's been confirmed that they were going, sort of rushed towards the tree trunk, basically climbed into the tree house, brought back, and now they're bringing back basically a stuffed horse's head, basically a pantomime unicorn. So it's
Like a stick horse?
a stick
Like
a
a
stick
hopping
horse
horse?
with a stick horse at the front with a glued on a carved sort of unicorn horn, a large sheet, and the end of a broom sticking out from the back of the sheet. You would understand that this would maybe hold 3 kids underneath, maybe 2 adults, basically.
Right. I mean, I can turn into a horse, so then you can just
Oh, really?
yes.
The young wood elf, if her eyes are sparkling, basically. Oh, and she goes. So she brings out. She has it's a. It's sort of very badly carved spiral unicorn horn, made out of wood. There's a you see that it's attached to a bunch of string, and she goes, and it's made for her, right? It's made for her for her size head. She goes, oh, but it's for a horse. It's going to be too small. I need more string. And she rushes back into the tree house, and you hear rummaging around as she's trying to look for more string or rope or whatnot.
Those kids are precious. We need to protect them. Jesus Christ.
While they search for stuff, and since we don't know if we're going back here or not, Ysdred is gonna just take out the toy
Mm-hmm.
and just play with it. Sit in a corner and play with it.
As soon as you bring out the ball, right? It's this sort of cloth ball, and you can hear inside. There's a bell, or there's not a bell, a chime, I guess, inside. And so it makes this little noise as you move it around, and immediately Star, who had moved a little bit to the side because of all this sort of action sort of hidden around, immediately we see its ears perk up, move out, and then just gleefully sort of pounce onto the ball, and literally starts playing with it, batting away with both its 6 paws and 2 tentacles. Confirming the identity of the kitten. This is indeed Star, Durlagren's lost kitten.
Durla is worried about you.
I think Will said, she's too young to understand. Basically like a house cat now, for now. But what's this about Durla?
It's this kitten's mother. She gave us its favorite toy, so it might come back to her.
Oh.
It's Circus Kitten from Witch and Light Circus.
Oh, well. And she's named Star?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we just called her Kitten. She was our pet. But sort of kneels down. But you can see that there's a moment of emotion that goes through Will's eyes. And says, well, we can't go home for now, but if you can, you should. Yeah. And then you can see there's something a bit more steely in the eyes. Ysdred, what's your passive insight?
12.
12, okay. basically there's a steelness in his eyes, and he goes, "You help me free those other kids, and yeah, I'll Star can go with you. She can go home."
We just want to bring Star back to their mother.
And if we can help you and the other
Yes.
children at the same time, I would gladly help. In the spirit of Witch and Light.
And
Yep,
do
can we-
a nasty trick to a hag.
Can we bring you back to your mothers?
I don't know. I've been here for... Some of the kids here have been so long, we don't know what happened outside. This is... I know I've been here long, but I've always been this age. And the others as well. Prismeer is... Well, it's a haven for kids, right? So...
Or at least it's supposed to be.
Mm.
But that is ultimately our goal.
Okay.
Freeze Vilna and get Prismeer back to what it was.
Okay. Well, let's get to the pool then. Let's talk to that unicorn and see what she has to say. Okay.
Do we have a plan?
For Loom Lurch? For Liberation Plan?
Yes, because we do not know nothing about Lumlach, so...
Oh, yeah, I've been working for a plan for a long time now. Yeah, it's, Bobby,
Now we're at top.
Sloan, Zener, and Star. You know, they'll creep it through the woods to the west of the tree and just hide out of sight. And then, if we need them, they'll make noise and attract the attention. And while you go in through the market, disguised as travelers.
We are travelers. We don't have to disguise.
Yeah, that's even better. And then, once you're in, Sloan and Zener, they'll make noise. They'll attract the scarecrows, and that'll move everybody towards the other side, and then, well, you can go in and get the kids.
What are they being held?
Well, there's... I guess they could be everywhere. There's the... they could be sleeping. So they'd be in the bunks, or they could be in the workshops, or they could be in the kitchen. So, but if we make the distraction big enough, well, we'll have all the time to look around quickly.
Isn't that gonna be dangerous for you guys?
No, you see, it's... The witch can't hurt us, you know? It's more of... If we're hurt, the old laws of Prismeer still apply.
What's the old laws?
Oh, we're protected. No child will come to
Kids.
harm.
Interesting.
That's why...
Shame we are not protected by that, but yeah.
So we don't have to be caught because that would be bad for us.
Oh, yeah. Well, it would be bad for everybody, but um, she can't hurt us, and well, yeah. So we'll get out
I
as
wonder
quickly
at
as
what age
possible.
that cuts off.
He sort of shrugs. He has no idea. Actually, that we fall into the age-old question: what is the age of maturity across races, across species, right?
Well, I am 2 years old, which means everything and nothing.
Yes.
I think the only one among us who has a definite answer on kid or no kid is Anna, technically. Since she has had an official ceremony to mark her passage to adulthood.
I'm pretty sure Plum, with that mustache, is not a kid anymore.
Yeah, no.
Or else he's got some dwarven blood in him.
My after uncle is dwarf. Yes.
We don't talk about it. He was a degenerate.
You can I use my tinker's tools to try to make horns for us of wood?
Yeah, sure.
And
I
I'm
mean-
actually going to.
Yeah, go ahead. It would be wood
I'm-
carver's tools, but I guess tinkering would be
I'm actually going to ask the kids in a very, Plum way. Like, I do not have experience of making unicorn horns, but you have experience. Could you help me making unicorn horns for my friends?
Oh, Bobby's great at that. And Bobby sort of claps his hands. Yes, come on. I'll show you my workshop.
And I'll follow. I'll follow also, and it's to encourage them in their natural habitat. But yeah, I'll follow and I'll ask for advice how to make horns and try to make horns for everyone.
So, when you... Oh, by the way, I did not show you... I don't think I showed you this guy. This is Will.
Yes.
Okay. I think when you have the kid that basically says, "Oh yes, let me show you my workshop," what do you expect? When an 11-year-old says, "Come to my workshop," what do you expect?
Your chaos.
Treehouse.
Yeah.
A treehouse
Treehouse.
with random shit in it.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
And that's just amazing.
The thing is, as you come up to, you actually do find a well-organized, well-crafted workbench with a series of, sort of carpeting tools and sort of carving tools. And the objects that you find that he sort of shows you, right? He's made... a lot of it is sort of what he would imagine might be toys for a cat. Right?
Aw.
So you'll have a small sort of wooden mouse, which is sort of painted, and then you'll have, but all of this is expert craftsmanship. As in, you've seen this kind of skill in adults at the Temple of Gond, right?
I think I give him that compliment of like I've seen adults of Temple of God doing similar work. You should be proud of yourself.
He sort of nods, but that does bring a realization to your mind, which is, how long did it take this kid to get this good at carving toys out of wood?
Uh-oh. I'll be a bit
Yeah,
sad.
a couple years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be a bit sad. Then I'll try to encourage the kid, like, yeah, show me how you do it, and I'll let him explain step by step, and I'll try to make. I think I would make a unicorn horn for Anna with flower patterns going around the horn. I would try to
Oh,
make. I would make one unicorn horn for Tavaren with a little crown on it and with a little remembrance to the monarch to give a little wing to it.
Mm-hmm.
But
not
he but there are some flowers hidden here and there with, and I would make one in the what I think that our dear warden would love is a mix of flowers and everything at the same time with a little reference to the colors of Nixie at the same time.
That's gonna take time. You know that, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, how long do you spend on that? Because we don't have
Like
time to waste.
I give a big explanation, but normally it's gonna be me and the kid rapidly crafting it something together and hoping it works.
Yeah, it takes. I mean, it takes a moment, right? It'll take an hour or two if you want to sort of carving wood and stuff. A lot of it is he's very efficient, granted, but there is definitely a moment where you um, actually roll me an investigation check. Just want to see if you notice something. Or what's your passive investigation?
14.
14. Yeah, okay, that's enough. Actually, one thing that you notice now that you have the objects in your hand and you see him work, you notice that every single little object that he creates, there is something off, right? The mouse, for example's mouth, it just goes just a bit too far. Anything that he's created has that sort of creepy touch to it. You know, think Nightmare Before Christmas.
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, there's an uncanny valley, but and so for example, when you the horns that he makes are never really smooth. There's always a bit of weirdness to it, a bit something of a bit off-putting. Which he often tries to erase, but some of it always sort of stays in. But yeah, it's quickly using his tools. Quickly, actually, you find yourself basically helping him rather than the other way around. And yeah, so each of you can basically have a horn.
Oh, and mine has to have long straps.
Yes, you do have a sort of cream colored. Actually, no, this would be hers. So it would be sort of brown with green sort of green stripes along its path, almost sort of not necessarily camouflage, but sort of that. She didn't find any additional string, but she got sort of a series of ribbons. So you've got sort of multicolored ribbon, and so yeah, she's holding this sort of excitedly waiting for the horse to appear.
Well, I can only be a horse for 2 hours, so we
Yeah.
kind of need to time it so that we.
And she
I don't want to.
She sort of nods. She understands. But yeah, she. I guess where's Nixie in all of this?
Nixie wants to be
Nixie's
your
with
horse.
us.
Mm.
Like, probably a bit wandering around, but
I think as you turn, you find Nixie. As you're wondering, where did Nixie go? You find her basically her head. You see what's his name? You see Zenar basically patting the horse's head, feeding it, and you're pretty sure it's not an apple.
well, she would love it. So
Yeah, there's and as Zenar sort of turns to you, there's a large grin where you see her pointed teeth with the tusks starting to push beyond the horizon of the other teeth. And she's sort of grinning, and you can see there's a little sort of in the elf is Sloane. You see Sloane going and sort of holding, maybe standing 2 feet closer to Tavaren, waiting, hoping that this horse does not have.
She will probably like féliciter. Not congrats, but
Yeah, congratulate. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, saying that, yeah, praise him in the way. Well, you did well to feed Nixie this way. She won't bite your head off this if she likes what you give to her.
Oh, I think we have an understanding. She bites, I bite.
She might be tempted by that, but she's
I
been,
like
Oh,
her.
she's
and
been told to.
You see, no, you see Zenor lift her hand, and there is a bite mark. And you also notice at that point, as you see that, hear that, you notice that indeed there is also a bite mark on the upper thigh of the front of one of the front legs of Nixie. So yes,
Well,
there was a bite for bite.
okay.
I like that kid. Seriously.
Well, you should be fine.
Yeah. Okay, and sort of Will comes out. Will is holding up the horse stick, and the sheet, and says, "Okay, so who's with me?" And Bobby and Zenor sort of come come with him to carry the sheet. Okay. Sloane, you know where the fairy ring is, right? She sort of nods. Yeah, I think I saw a new one this way. And she leads you across. Let's see. Here we go. I need somebody to roll me a d8.
I can do.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'll give the horns to
That's an
Tavaren.
8.
That's
To
an
everyone.
8. Good.
Here's your horn.
Good.
Here's your horn. Here's your...
Here we go. The Sloane moves effortlessly through the woods. Right? She, on occasion, there's a moment where, just in the as the sun is now coming down, we're coming into sort of early evening. But there are moments where she's just enough farther than you that you actually lose sight of her. As you start to seeing that wood elf heritage sort of come into play. But she stops, aware that if it sort of moves you forward. And there's a moment where she sort of stops, sort of waiting for everybody to catch up. And as soon as you are no longer distracted by the crashing of your own 2 feet across the foliage and that whole thing, and people and your troop sort of comes in still, you start to hear singing. Singing coming from a multiple of voices, singing in harmony and then stopping and then moving to another song, all the while, and you're hearing some maybe about a dozen of these, sometimes shrill, sometimes all of it's sort of high piping voices, basically. I think we found a good one.
Good.
And let's see. As you move out from the brush and you move closer, you can see basically a 20-foot diameter circle of colorful, about 6-inch tall toadstools in a small in the small clearing. Any of you who are susceptible to magic, there is a powerful aura of conjuration coming from the circle. And within the circle, moving about, again, piping, moving, singing, are about a dozen or so campestries.
Oh,
Is there a buttery one in the group?
Make me a perception check.
can we all make that?
Sure.
I don't think I'm spotting him.
Perception.
Oh, Tavaren.
It would just be funny.
Yeah, makes sense.
So no, Tavaren, you do not notice a buttery campestry hopping around.
Oh man.
Now, if any of you wish, I would refer you to. I'm gonna have. I should have prepared this in advance, but those watching will get the sound. For you, I would reference you to the Dancing Mushrooms and Fantasia. To get to know exactly the kind of rhythm that we're getting. They coordinate and move about as if they've just learned this new little song, but there's an enthusiasm that comes out of it that's almost contagious, as you find yourself almost humming along with them. So what do you do?
I think slowly approach.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah,
what are-
follow.
What are the kids doing?
The kids are sort of waiting for you to see how you.
So everyone has their horns on.
So
Yep.
you don't need the horns here. You'll need the horns later.
Ah.
But this is sort of a first step.
Yeah, just slowly approach and like.
Do you approach again? How do you approach? Do you approach sort of stealthily? Do you approach openly? What's your body language, basically?
Maybe let's go with the happy dancing.
Yeah, I like that.
I wait. They're playing. They're playing a song, right?
They they're basically an a cappella, basically.
I mean, I can try it. It's one of those things. I can try to play along with the tune a bit on my horn,
Okay.
but I'm not
You know
very
what?
good.
If you're going to, so are you joining in basically?
Yeah.
Okay. Is anybody else doing so?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be Ysdred's vision of a joyful thing. So it will be joyful in her head. I'm not making promises on how you view it, though.
Okay. Anna, Plum, are you joining in?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't all of you make me a performance check?
Okay. Yeah, Anna will join as well.
With advantage?
This would be. Wait, let's see.
I would like to use my heroic inspiration to get the advantage.
So yeah, you do not get no. Palasha's singing the lessons don't help you this time, but
Okay. Then I'll use my heroic inspiration also.
okay.
So I have a good number.
That's a 17.
And I'm playing on my horn.
Yeah.
I am proficient with.
Okay. Who's next?
I mean, Anna
we-
definitely
We
fumbled
already have
that one.
4.
Oh. Oh, sorry. Yes. I okay. So that's a 12, 6. Okay.
I used my heroic inspiration for.
Right. So 19. 6 for Ysdred, and 9 for Anna. Okay. As you move in, basically the Campestries notice you first of all, and you can feel by their body language, they invite you into their circle, right? And so you find yourselves. The difficulty is not necessarily performing with them; is performing despite them. As you move into the fairy ring, these things are maybe 20 centimeters tall at the tallest, right? And so you find yourselves dancing or playing among them, trying not to squish them. But Plum, you managed to do so fairly well. Tavaren as well. Ysdred and Anna, you didn't use your inspirations, right?
Used mine in the beginning of
Yeah,
the
sure.
at the beginning
Yeah.
of the.
Okay.
I don't have it anymore.
No, yes, that's what I was asking.
I didn't use mine. I wonder if I should use it now or not.
You tell me.
It would put a bad mood, right? Stomping on them.
You noticed how much of a survival instinct these things have, so.
They can sit in boiling water and still go like la da 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 da.
I'll reserve it for later. She's doing the Nixie happy dance.
She's prancing?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm liking the image.
With Nixie on the back looking a bit
Going, huh?
insulted.
The good news is that Nixie is not gonna be tempted to eat the mushrooms.
Yeah, nah.
Let's see how the others do. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh dang!
So
It's pretty good rolls.
Yeah, who's the 9? I just want to know who's the 9. I think that's Sloane. Yeah, I think that would be Sloane. Sloane is going doesn't really get into it, I think.
I mean, half the reason that Anna is not getting into it is she's staying very careful not to get fully sucked up into the fairy dance in a way. She's been warned about fairy circles and fairy dances. So
So Ysdred, are you is that a 6 or 20?
It is a 6.
Okay. Plum, Tavaren, you feel, both of you sort of feel yourselves brought into the merry dance, right? There's as you harmonize with the mushrooms at your feet, you find yourself there's this sort of odd shimmer that sort of appears in front of your eyes, as is something sort of a veil. I think Ysdred and Anna, if you look at your friends, their pupils seem almost dilating, right? Their movements are a bit not unsure, but this, you start seeing them being sort of affected in some way. And Plum and Tavaren, you start to see almost beyond, right, the fairy circle. As in, you can see there's a shimmer around you where you notice it's not that you can see the magic of this place, but you just see beyond. And so for the next 24 hours, you gain the benefit of true seeing.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Now, the thing is, at some point you've noticed that the songs seem, at some point one of these campestries sort of takes the lead on the song. This whole thing has been going on for maybe 5 or 10 minutes now, and there's a moment where you've, at least Plum, Tavaren, you sort of notice. Actually, Anna, you would do as well, because you have training in sort of performance and that kind of thing, right? Yeah. Plum as well, and Tavaren, you're in it. Ysdred, do you have performance in your
Yes.
in your proficiencies? Okay.
Proficiencies, not in my proficiencies,
Okay.
but I have a +4.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, you notice that there's a moment where, a bit like a refrain coming to the end, where another lead is supposed to step in, right? To bring up a new song or a new composition or a new harmony. Does anybody want to step in at that point?
I can.
Okay.
I was gonna say I let first first I see if Tavaren or Plum are stepping in, because they're the ones in attunement with the thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go also in. I'll back up our warden.
Okay. Well, you've got enough time, right, to go. If all of you want to participate, then you'll just pass on to one to the other. So let's start with Ysdred. Ysdred, by the way, did you get the singing lesson? Did all of you get the singing lesson from Palasha?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Ysdred, make me a performance check with advantage.
All right.
It's a 17. Okay. Okay. Who would go next? So no, actually no. Let's stay on you for a moment. What kind of song, what kind of harmony do you teach these campestries?
Down, down, down by the river.
Fair enough.
It was tempting, so
Yeah, I mean it's an old ballad. Well, not so old apparently, but actually, I'm curious. Where would Ysdred have learned that song?
In the spring court.
Okay. Interesting. That says the fact that that song made it to the Spring Court says a lot about that particular bard in Baldur's Gate. Okay. So is it more of and what's the air? Is it more of a sort of a martial thing? Is it more of a
No, it's a light feather, like down, down, down by the river.
you notice the campestries are, while they're not that smart, they are excellent mimickers, right? And immediately they pick up the song, not necessarily all of the words, but there's something instinctive about them where they pick up the melody, they bring it in, they harmonize on it, and very quickly you realize they've learned the song now, and they are singing it better than I've ever heard it before. As they instinctively understand the melody and the harmony between it. Okay. That's gonna be good. Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll
ahead.
go also.
Plum. Okay, 15. Tell me, what do you teach them?
I'll learn them a little song. Is the little Plum song. It's very loud. It's like, I am Plum the loud, I am Plum the bright. I snore confetti every night. I ride a goat, I share my hat. And once I juggle the screaming cat. So laugh out loud and stomp your feet. My family's wild, my rhymes are sweet. A swirl of magic, joy and jam. I'm Plum, my dear, and here I am.
Plum, 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 plum,
Plum, plum, plum, plum, plum, plum, plum.
Is that your music from when you were at the carnival?
Exactly.
Great.
And therefore, Plum's hymn is now a staple of this fairy ring, as long as it may circling. As you find yourself, there's that little moment where you find yourself back in the Witchlight Carnival with the crowd sort of singing that particular song, that particular theme, that particular song, in with any of the band, and it is now being re-sung for you right now in this moment.
He has a little tear in his eye while he's singing and dancing around.
Okay. Anna, Tavaren?
Since I'm blowing my horn, and I do have proficiency in the tool horn, do I get to add my proficiency bonus to it? Because my performance is a flat 0, but like I do have a proficiency of +3.
Yeah. Roll it with the +3. Yeah.
I did
and
see.
Oh,
I did
Jesus!
see the.
Oof.
No, that's an 8.
I think that's when there's a moment where Tavaren, you're taken in by the whole thing. You're gonna go, oh wait, and it's just no, it doesn't. And I think very quickly the campaign sort of everybody. There's a moment where everybody sort of looks at you, and they understand. It's that moment where you understand. Okay, folks, show's over.
Yeah, like, okay, I didn't think I was that bad, but sure, I'll stop.
Anna, is the show completely over? Like, the chemistry are.
I'll allow a roll if you wish.
No. My question is it salvageable in any way, shape, or form, or is it just over?
What do you tend to do? Do you want to restart it or not?
Anna was going to step in when she feels like the disaster is happening. Maybe just put her hand on Tavaren's shoulder, or at least arm, because height difference, and use one of the notes to launch her own song. And so,
Okay. Okay. I'll give you the same advantage, but I'm gonna up the DC.
Okay.
Right. So instead of DC 13, it'll be 15.
Okay. Come on, give me something good.
Nice.
And
okay.
I don't have it. Yes, I do.
You do have advantage.
Okay.
So what is your song?
Anna is going to launch softly, because there's no music anymore. It's fallen away.
Yeah.
So she's just going to use the silence to launch a soft love ballad of Waterdeep.
Okay. So yeah, I think as the music as the music literally sort of drops, you use that to sort of almost like almost somebody sort of crouching down to rise up again. You use that particular beat and you relaunch into it, and once again the Campestries are singing. What is the love again? They're not exactly. Some of them will echo your words in a refrain and take, but there's what's the song about?
It's probably a song of it's probably a little bit of a tragic love tale, a bit Romeo and Juliet-esque, from a myth that happened in Waterdeep and that has been written into a song by a bard some 300 years ago, and but that's still popular, and yeah.
Yeah, it's called.
And your singing is
Mage's
impeccable because you had lesson from someone in your vicinity.
Yeah, I think actually I think that we see Anna maybe sort of as she's singing, she takes that very sort of formal, sort of almost like a choir kind of singing position or soloist, as in on stage, sort of very hands close to the chest, sort of very. You find yourself basically singing for an audience as you would have done for your tutors or. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Somewhere far off. That's my girl. That's the good one there. That's my
girl. Yeah, we see something from us crying. We see Lady Thunderstaff with the camcorder going, "That's mine."
And Sorcerer being, yeah. let me watch it.
Oh. You know what? Yeah, I would actually, yes, most likely we see in Anna's mannerisms, we see a little bit of Zorsha.
Meanwhile, Heinrich begins to sweat profusely and says very loudly, "Oh no, it begins again."
As the Campestries keep singing, Will sort of approaches. The Campestries sort of relaunched into their own little thing and seem to be completely unbothered by any dealings on.
All right.
So Will comes up and says, "Okay, good. Now we need to let's keep going. So, here's the trick. Everybody step in, right? I'll say the words. I'll do what we need. Now the trick is the fairy ring is going to try to junt us out onto the material plane, right? The biggest thing is just hold on, and then when it comes back, right? Like, then we can jump on one of the other rings. So just listen to what I say, hang on, and then when I say jump, jump.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Like jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I know that there's a... Right. So, you see Will sort of grab... basically, he grabs that unicorn horn that he's using and sort of turns... he holds holds it above his head. He starts running in a circle, sort of avoiding quite nimbly the campestry. Is saying 3 turns Widdershins and off we go. 3 turns Widdershins, off we go. 3 turns Widdershins, off we go. And the campestry sort of start picking up on it, right? And then start basically sort of hopping behind him. And it's while these things do not move very fast, they seem to move faster and faster and faster and faster. And as Will is moving faster, he's sort of blurring in itself as around you the forest sort of shifts, right? It becomes almost translucent as you start seeing other worlds sort of shape onto. You see another forest different to the one that is here, whiter, sort of a birch wood. So, birch wood forest. I'll get there. I got there. But you hear Xenor saying, no, hold on, not here. And then, but you feel, again, this sort of, this pull coming from the circle. And there's a moment where all of you are sort of holding on. You're not exactly sure to what you're holding on, but it's definitely something about willpower rather than physical strength. And the campestries you see just go whoo out into the ether somewhere. You're not exactly sure where. But then the circle, satisfied that it shunted something somewhere, sort of brings sort of bubblegum rubbers back into itself. And there's just the moment where Will stops running, goes, now, jump! And all of you, as you jump, you find yourself in another fairy ring. And quite happy of what he did, Will says, okay, now, it's this way. Don't forget your horns. And that's where we're gonna... And that's where we're going to leave off for tonight.
All right.
Right. Oh, and I have to add something. For teaching a new song to the campestries. Those, so all of you except Tavaren, unfortunately, you are bestowed a charm of heroism. I will tell you exactly what that entails afterwards. But yes, thank you for playing with the singing mushrooms.
Yay.
Right. On that note, I want to thank you for tonight's game. It's always a bit rough when we come back after a break, but we'll get that inertia back and going. For those watching, if you are just here for the story, you know the drill. If you're here for the story, feel free to move on to the next episode. If you want to stay a little bit longer, we've got another maybe 10 minutes. Let's, we'll have a little debriefing and talk about everything from buttered mushrooms to the singing ones. Okay. See you in a second. For those who are still there, and for you folks, grab a breather, grab a walk, and we'll see you on the other side. And we're back. So, let's talk singing mushrooms. How are we liking it?
It's
It's
fun.
cute.
It's whimsical.
Yeah, I was low energy tonight because yesterday evening was way too late, but
I think it's nice to, when you have low energy, to do like a feel-good episode where you can just have fun and use each other's creativity to make something beautiful.
Yeah, I wasn't. I had prepared a whole thing where I would play the Nutcracker specifically for those mushrooms. It's in the video, I think. I hope it passed through. I hope I didn't drown out my own recording. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Campestries are an interesting little thing.
True.
If I remember correctly, they've appeared for the first time in this adventure. And they are weird.
But I am happy we kind of have the time to do the. I would have not want to pass on the little oak thing. But the time crunch is.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's the counterintuitiveness of like, you want to go to all the things, but you get a thing where it's like, you only have 3 days, and like, ugh.
Yeah.
Do we just skip the entire adventure?
Well, the thing is, there is a possibility of you basically infiltrating, getting the painting, coming back. There is some backwards and forwards that is sort of planned, right? This is a little less. You have ways of. I guess the adventure kind of, not necessarily plans on, but. How should I put it? There. If you don't do everything in one place, you can always come back to it.
Yeah,
Right.
I kind of assumed.
Um,
But this seems like one of those encounters where it's like, you're in a hurry. It will go much easier if you get all this help from the unicorn and the Lost Boys, and
yeah.
but it's kind of scary to go like, oh, we'll just go find a unicorn and some Lost Boys, which will maybe take another day and
Yeah.
like,
No, and I think we've had this discussion previously, right, with the Tomb of Annihilation, where you're going, okay, this adventure would be better if there wasn't the time crunch.
True.
And I mean, granted,
it's in every CRPG. Like you get this thing of like, oh no, the world is going to end. You have to, and then it's like, and now do side quests.
yeah.
It happens in every computer RPG.
I mean, we mentioned Baldur's Gate. I remember, I think it was the first time we played Baldur's Gate 2, right? My brother and I, where we did not understand. It's like, we've been told up until now that we need to get to the island to save Imogen. Imoen. But why are we doing all this thing? And it takes time, not understanding that there was no in-game... there wasn't actually an in-game clock, right? And you could basically just go, you know what? I'm going to spend 30 days. And my half-sister's just going to be staying in that prison being tortured by that mad mage. But you know what? Nothing will happen because I know that's scripted.
Yeah, but then there's also other games like Disco Elysium where there might very well be some timers for some of the things that you're doing, and it's like, it's kind of important to know what you're playing.
I think to the point where I think my brother in his first playthrough was playing a thief, and he pickpocketed every single NPC in the city to get that 20,000 gold to pay for the passage, and then when he got there, he realized I am underleveled. I have no magic items, but I got here on time. So, yeah, it's always that kind of thing, which is technically I don't think the adventure actually allows you to jump to teleport from fairy ring to fairy ring. But I figured, what the hell, you know.
Thank you.
Yep.
That removes some of the. That means that we can do some of the adventure without feeling the additional stress of like, but we might not get the lost thing of one of the characters, which is sort of a big deal.
I mean, there's always another way, right?
Probably. Murder, usually.
Well, it's called haggling.
Somehow it always ends up with
haggling.
murder is an option. Yeah, murder
Welcome
is
to
an
Dungeons
option.
and Dragons. Yeah.
It is a combat-forward game.
Yeah, I think, what was it, Ginny D made a video about what if your player are pacifists?
Yeah.
And the number one question, the number one answer is, don't play
Why are you playing D&D? Yeah. It is a thing, like, it's just, that's what the system is made for, and there's better systems out there if you want to play the different kind of game.
But coming back to this one, how's the so you had, we did a lot in this one, travel wise, right? Because we had the goblin's lunch, you had the dryad, because at
That
one
was
point
very well handled by our dear Ysdred. That when they went cop mode, so like NYPD.
I love the fact that it's like,
Listen
no,
up.
I should be saying this because I've got family in the business, but I love the way that Ysdred, you mentioned, I want to reassure her that I'm here to protect and be the good person, so I'm going to use intimidation.
Well, yes, authority.
Yeah, that's the authority.
You will respect my authority.
Well, I have to use the somewhat legal, and I'm using like the hand stuff, somewhat legal authority that I have to be here and do stuff.
True.
Yeah. No. I mean, I just found it funny. It's like, oh, I'm gonna play a benevolent cop. Use intimidation. I just found that funny. But yeah, and then
Makes sense.
Oh no, absolutely,
Like she's
100%. 100%.
You do not want Ysdred to start stumbling into long explanations.
And so apparently, yeah, and now you have the whole Camp Pestries with, so we've got Tavaren and Plum that can see the ether. with
Alright,
true seeing, and actually, what does?
And how long was the true seeing again?
24 hours.
What the fuck?
So you'll get true seeing when you're going into the into the hag's place.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh god.
Okay.
is
I
it?
don't know about. I don't know about Ysdred, but I feel like I'm ready to close and just go to bed.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So yeah. So just so you know, Charm of Heroism, you'll be able to give yourself the benefit of a potion of heroism as an action, and it's a one-time use.
It's a one-time use.
It's a one-time use for 1 hour.
Yeah, so it's just like a
Yeah,
potion
it's
of
basically
heroism.
absolutely.
Okay.
So for the duration, you are under the effect of the bless spell, no concentration required, which is pretty cool. So, we'll see.
Giggles in Barbarian.
And that's something that you have on you and then you click it, right? So I think it lasts as long as you have it. But anyways,
amazing.
on that note, I will let you all go. Thank you again for playing. Thank you for being. Thank you for playing with me in this charming little game with hags and horror, and singing mushrooms.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Bye.
thank you
Good night.
to
Bye.
those watching. I'll talk to you soon. At you soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hey.